Yeah, on the Pontiac gas tank, I had to improvise a lot to try and make this gas tank work, as I knew I wanted to go to fuel injection. So the closest tank I could probably get was, Chevrolet, because they honestly they do make a lot of Chevy stuff, and Tanks Incorporated, Tanks Inc. They do make retro tanks. And I got this tank that was an inch deeper and a little bit recessed at the top and of the top of the tank, which allows for fuel pipes and connections at the top when it goes up against the bodywork. And plus this one I chose from Tanks Inc. Really almost was close to the original 57 Pontiac layout. So as you can see, the gas tank was set up on the bench with everything done. The fuel pump in place, the piping going up to the fuel pump, the tank sender unit and the wiring going to it. And then that way, the tank, when it got lifted up into place under the car, it was all set. Came out pretty tidy. On this pic, you see I have some padding on top of the tank. That's to give a bit more room to the tank pipes and wiring. So when it was sandwiched up under the floorboards of the trunk, we had a bit more room to play with there. It came out pretty neat and tidy. It's all ready as one unit. Yeah, I mocked up and installed the gas tank out in the parking lot. Just jacked the back of the car up, had the straps ready, and re-drilled the new holes. I think it was the measurement was like 3 inches from the old hole, as the tank was a different shape. But we made it fit, and it actually fit pretty good. And as you can see, why I did the wiring and the plumbing ahead of time, so it's all set, ready to connect. You know, the fuel return is hanging right there, ready to connect. The wiring is all ready to connect. Yeah, see, there's the fuel return right there. Here's the wiring right here, ready to connect everything, and so it worked out pretty good. And there's the fill tank, tucked up nicely right under the chassis, ready to connect to the fill pipe up the side of inside the body. Okay, now I have the wiring and the ground wire for the fuel pump and the wiring run tied in all the way along the chassis frame. All the way up the top. Original fuel line, which ran up to the old engine, but now I've adapted it as a fuel return line and put a fitting on, so we'll be putting on a hose for that going to the new engine. And here's the new fuel line coming up there, and then I've added a fuel filter, and then from there we'll be making a hose from here to go to the new engine. Fuel return line in place, connected. And I put some heat shield around it because it was running pretty close to the exhaust there. So here we have both connections to the new engine. Here we have the fuel in to the fuel rail, and over here fuel return.